V returns to South Korea, Jungkook's collaboration with Usher. Jin's brother visits a fan-made exhibition. Jin talks about his positive attitude, unpleasant experiences, and mental challenges. Jimin confesses he's been very isolated, and more BTS news. V from BTS is drawing significant attention due to his decision to serve in the Special Task Force of the Army's Capital Defense Command for his compulsory military service. Recent reports indicate that V is scheduled to begin his basic military training at the Nonsan Training Center on December 11th, after which he will be assigned to a specific unit. The Special Duty Team, SDT, part of this Special Mission Unit, is a military police unit deployed across various military levels. Its primary functions include counter-terrorism operations, responding to violent crimes, arresting armed deserters, conducting special operations, and executing mobile strikes in urban areas. SDT is renowned for its extensive training in anti-terrorism, urban warfare, VIP protection, handling explosives, sniper training, and rappelling. Members of this unit undergo continuous and rigorous training to maintain their physical fitness and combat readiness for various specialized missions. Joining this unit involves a highly selective process, comprising thorough document screening, interviews, and physical assessments. V applied for this unit as per the Army Specialist Recruitment Plan for September 2023, submitting his application between August 31 and September 6. His acceptance into the unit was confirmed on October 26, after successfully passing the fitness and interview evaluations. The announcement of V's enlistment in the Special Task Force quickly became a trending topic on social media, placing him at the forefront of Google Trends under the category of military. Fans expressed both surprise and admiration for V's choice to join a challenging and hazardous military unit. Having already brought pride to his country as an international star, V's decision to serve in such a capacity further demonstrates his courage and dedication. One notable aspect of the SDT is its well-equipped facilities, including top-notch gym amenities and superior cafeteria food compared to other bases. V is not the only celebrity to have joined the SDT. His close friend from the Wooga squad, Bag Hyung-sig, also previously served in this unit, undergoing training at the Gangwon-do base. Candidates interested in joining the SDT must apply personally, undergo a documentation review, and pass a practical test to be considered for the unit. Fans of BTS's Jin organized an extensive exhibition to celebrate his birthday, spanning 3 days from December 1st to 3, 2023. Hosted at High KR Ground, the event covered 3 floors and offered free entry and door gifts to visitors. The exhibition's grandeur was evident with ceiling-to-floor panels adorned with Jin's images and a Christmas theme, allowing fans to take photos alongside these large electronic displays. A special room dedicated to outer space, reflecting Jin's known fascination with the cosmos, was a highlight of the exhibition. Multiple photo zones were set up for fans to enjoy. Regarded as one of the largest fan-led events globally, this exhibition was a tribute to Jin, affectionately known as Worldwide Handsome. Since Jin is currently fulfilling his military service obligations, he was unable to visit the exhibition personally. However, he made a thoughtful gesture by asking his older brother to attend on his behalf. Jin's brother expressed his gratitude for the immense effort fans put into securing such an impressive venue. He represented his family at the exhibition and shared Jin's appreciation through a social media post. The message from Jin's brother thanked the fans and provided details about the exhibition, including its location in Seoul. Fans in Seoul were encouraged to visit this unique and thoughtful exhibition dedicated to Jin. In a candid interview with Vogue Korea, BTS's Jin shared his thoughts on life and more. Featured in the January 2022 issue alongside the other BTS members, Jin's interview was characterized by his characteristic humor and down-to-earth nature. Jin talked about his leisure activities, mentioning that he enjoys spending time playing games, relaxing, and watching TV. He humorously referred to this as time well spent, embracing the idea that not every day needs to be productive. During the interview, Jin consistently injected humor to maintain a light atmosphere. He shared that he naturally gravitates towards keeping conversations lighthearted, even when interacting with more serious individuals. Jin avoids situations that are overly serious, preferring to keep things enjoyable, whether in interviews or casual chats with friends. He emphasized that his playful nature doesn't mean he's not serious about work, but helps him avoid burnout. Discussing his talents, Jin humbly stated that he doesn't see himself as particularly exceptional, despite others' high regard for his accomplishments. He downplayed his worldwide handsome nickname as a lighthearted joke, acknowledging that there are many who excel in looks and talents. Jin aims to live up to the positive image others have of him, working hard to match their expectations. Jin reflected on his ability to quickly move on from unpleasant experiences or mental challenges, attributing this to his talent for forgetting and focusing on the present. He also touched upon his evolution since BTS's debut. Initially more reserved, Jin's outlook changed, inspired by the lyrics of BTS's song, Fire. He no longer differentiates between his on-screen persona and his real-life self, finding that his TV behavior aligns closely with his personal life. Jin has adopted an unconventional goal since 2020, to live without overthinking. He prefers spontaneity over detailed planning, finding structured schedules constraining. This approach to life, he believes, has contributed to his happiness. Ending the interview with a laugh, Jin reiterated his contentment with his current approach to life, emphasizing the joy found in simplicity and spontaneity. Jungkook recently shared insights into his life and artistic journey in a candid interview, where he discussed everything from his travel habits to his evolving taste in music. Known for carrying large backpacks on international tours, Jungkook revealed that these bags are often not as full as they appear. He explained that he prefers having extra space in his luggage and room for potential new acquisitions. This habit extends to his approach to decorating his room, where he ensures ample storage space. When asked about his 2021 trip to the US, his first in 2 years, Jungkook humorously mentioned that he intended to bring back the air of the concert venue. He expressed both excitement and nervousness about performing again, noting that past concert memories, although beautiful, have become somewhat dreamlike and vague over time. This realization has made the upcoming experience even more precious to him, amplifying his anticipation and nerves. Jungkook's excitement about the concerts, which would have concluded by the time of the interview's publication, was captured in his bright smile, preserving a moment of his enthusiasm. In line with his statement about wanting to show a lighthearted and extremely honest side, Jungkook engaged in a too much information, TMI, speed quiz. Despite anticipating that he might take a while to answer, he gamely participated. He estimated the length of his index finger to be around 7 centimeters, humorously linking the measurement to the number of BTS members. His shoe size, previously 270.1, had increased slightly to 275. Jungkook also expressed a desire to learn the piano and shared his plans to enjoy grilled pork belly after the interview. Reflecting on his musical preferences, Jungkook reminisced about his tastes at 14, recalling his days practicing b-boying and singing along to dance room tunes. Now, his musical selections are influenced by the type of music he aspires to create, focusing on songs that resonate with him upon the first listen. He admitted that he often doesn't remember song titles or artist names, only the melodies. When asked what constitutes good music for him, Jungkook shared that it varies with his mood. For instance, when feeling down, he prefers listening to sad music, allowing himself to fully experience and embrace his emotions. This approach to music reflects Jungkook's deep connection to the art form and his journey as an artist, as he continues to evolve and grow. Continuing the conversation, Jungkook delved into his personal experiences with music and how it influences his mood. He shared his fondness for lighting scented candles in a dark room, allowing himself to immerse in the heartache. Depending on the time of day, his music preferences change, ranging from calm tunes at night to more upbeat ones during the day. Jungkook often explores both contemporary and classic tracks, admitting that his appreciation for a song can evolve over time. Regarding his workspace, Jungkook confirmed that the desk he ordered had arrived. He's been focusing on lyric writing and reading extensively to aid his creative process. The last activity he did at this desk involved singing and recording his lyrics, keen on understanding how his voice and pronunciation would sound. When discussing his song Still With You, Jungkook reflected on the phrase, "Though our footsteps may be out of step." He didn't initially perceive it as cool, but acknowledged that it might seem so in retrospect. Written during the pandemic, the lyrics were inspired by the distance felt during that period and his desire to stay connected with ARMY, even if they weren't perfectly in sync. Jungkook also talked about his creative process. He expressed envy towards those with vivid imaginations, admitting he finds it challenging to fabricate stories from scratch. While he admires those who can visually represent their thoughts, Jungkook focuses on drawing inspiration from his own experiences for his songs. When asked about what time of day he would be, Jungkook chose 2 a.m., describing it as an awkward time. For him, it's a period of indecision, reflective of his current life where he contemplates various aspects, both personal and practical. Addressing a comment made by fellow BTS member Suga, comparing their line of work to alternating between cold and hot tubs, Jungkook was asked why he seems to always be in the cold tub. He laughed off the suggestion but acknowledged the sentiment behind it, alluding to the pressure he puts on himself and the high standards he holds for his performances. This aspect of his personality is evident in his reaction to performances, where he sometimes feels they weren't good enough, leading to emotional moments. In the continuation of his interview, Jungkook delved deeper into his mindset and aspirations. He described his constant need to be active and productive as a form of grit. Despite telling himself to take a break, he finds it challenging to remain idle for long. Jungkook engages in various activities, from working out to writing melodies and lyrics, or even casually flipping through an English book. He acknowledges that he attempts numerous things but wishes he could delve deeper into them. When asked whether he agrees with the analogy of being in a cold tub, Jungkook concurred, likening his hectic life to the shock and intensity of stepping into cold water. He shared his feeling of constantly being in a state of reaction, similar to the exclamations one makes when entering a cold tub. Regarding a self-portrait, Jungkook imagined himself as a hexagon that is broken or cracked. He elaborated on this, explaining his constant striving for perfection and higher achievements. Jungkook sees himself as having two conflicting tendencies, a desire to excel and a simultaneous reluctance. He compared the hexagon to his own state of being, aiming for perfection, but marked by imperfections. For the color of this self-portrait, he chose gray, an achromatic color symbolizing potential and the unknown. This choice reflects his perspective on his journey and career. Although people see BTS and him as having reached the pinnacle, Jungkook perceives an ongoing drive and desire within himself. Discussing his ambitions, Jungkook stated that he aims to reach a point where he views himself as cool, a state of self-contentment and acceptance. He suggested that reaching the pinnacle might mean being fully satisfied with oneself. As the new year approached, Jungkook expressed a desire to shed his laziness and unnecessary thoughts, aspiring to gain more perseverance. He reflected on his late-night indecisiveness, usually opting to stay awake and engage in various activities instead of choosing rest. This introspective conversation with Jungkook revealed his complex thoughts on personal growth, his artistic journey, and his relentless pursuit of self-improvement and fulfillment. In a past interview, BTS's Jimin discussed his evolving habits, hobbies, and the remarkable journey he and his bandmates have experienced. He reflected on how his approach to leisure and introspection has changed over time. Previously, Jimin mentioned that he enjoyed lying down and letting his mind wander. However, he now finds himself in a calmer state, appreciating his alone time without the need for constant activity. Jimin shared that physical exercise, particularly running, has become a vital part of his routine. He enjoys running at night, finding that the physical exertion and the sensory experiences of the cool breeze and the smell of grass help clear his mind of trivial thoughts. This new habit has become so integral to his daily life that his day feels incomplete without a night run. Discussing his fitness journey, Jimin talked about his involvement in CrossFit prior to focusing on cardio exercises. He noticed an improvement in his dancing due to increased strength and stability, particularly in his core, which has enhanced his balance. Reflecting on BTS's achievements, Jimin expressed amazement at the group's progression. He vividly recalled the growth of their concert venues, the international fans singing in Korean, and the exhilarating moments of performing on stage. A particularly moving experience for him was witnessing the transformation of the audience's emotions throughout a concert, turning initial unhappiness into laughter and joy by the end. These experiences continue to motivate and inspire him. Jimin emphasized the importance of not becoming complacent with one's achievements. He recalled the significance of their first performance at the Olympic Gymnastics Arena in 2016, noting that if they had been content with that milestone, they wouldn't have achieved their current success. He believes that BTS's growth and evolution stem from their continuous efforts to push boundaries and showcase their talents. When asked about his current aspirations, Jimin mentioned that he prefers setting specific goals but is not looking too far ahead due to the unpredictability of the future. Continuing his insightful conversation, BTS's Jimin expressed his deep longing for performing, a sentiment amplified by the inability to perform in front of a live audience during the past few years. For Jimin, the essence of a performance lies in the act of sharing. He views it not just as a visual spectacle, but as an exchange of a wide range of emotions and experiences between the performers, audience, and staff. This shared experience, which has been absent for a while, has led to heightened expectations and curiosity for their upcoming concert. Discussing his relationship with stage outfits, Jimin reflected on how they can influence the feel of a performance. He envisioned wearing a clean-cut black shirt and pants for Black Swan, and thought the striking pink ensemble from the photo shoot would suit lively tracks like Dynamite or Filter. If Jimin were to create a musical of his life using BTS's songs, he would choose their debut song No More Dream for the opening scene, believing it would resonate with their fans. Reflecting on their debut era, Jimin acknowledged how different it was from their current status. The primary motivation during those early days was their shared dream, and the unity among the BTS members, driven by their collective aspirations in the absence of widespread attention and fan support. Jimin expressed happiness upon hearing that his solo track, Serendipity, has been a source of comfort and strength to many. The positive impact of his work on others also positively influences his own life. It makes him more thoughtful about his words and actions, encouraging him to share positive feedback with those around him. His awareness of environmental issues, particularly inspired by their UN speech, highlights his sense of responsibility. Jimin reflected on the realization that many young fans are deeply invested in environmental concerns, prompting him to question his own actions and commitment to environmental protection, including proper waste management and recycling. This introspection and commitment to betterment are indicative of Jimin's thoughtful nature and his influence as a global artist. In the continuation of his conversation, BTS's Jimin shared his thoughts on the power of words, his approach to music, and his love for dance. Jimin reflected on the significant impact words can have, especially in current times. He conveyed a message of hope and encouragement, suggesting that a time will come when the world acknowledges everyone's hard work. He admitted that expressing such sentiments isn't always easy for him. When discussing his success and how he perceives it, Jimin remained humble. He expressed reluctance to fully embrace his achievements, feeling that doing so might come across as arrogance. Instead, he believes in continuing to work hard and striving for improvement. Regarding his music, Jimin draws inspiration from daily life and conversations with those close to him. However, he mentioned that he had been somewhat isolated lately, which impacted his music making. He revealed that he's been experimenting with new ideas and receiving vocal coaching from fellow BTS member Jungkook. When asked about what occupies his thoughts these days, Jimin expressed a growing curiosity about abstract concepts, particularly human relationships. He finds discussions on such topics intriguing and meaningful. Jimin also talked about his passion for dance, reiterating his previous sentiment that dance represents a personal world and space for him. He feels happiest and most liberated while dancing, unburdened by other concerns. The last time he experienced this sense of joy and freedom was during rehearsals for an online concert, where he danced with the other BTS members after a long time. The interview also touched on Jimin's recent hairstyle change. He explained that growing his hair was a new challenge for him, aimed at showing a different side of himself. While he finds it slightly bothersome when his hair pokes into his ears, he enjoys the new feeling and the ease with which he can push his hair back, a gesture often seen during his performances. The discussion concluded with a light-hearted mention of Jimin's signature stage move, of running his hand through his hair, something fans can expect to see more of in the future. BTS member Jungkook, who has embarked on a solo career, collaborated with Usher for a new remix of his song, Standing Next to You. This track is a reimagined version of the original single from Jungkook's debut solo album, Golden, released last month. The remix features Usher, contributing a new verse and additional vocals in the chorus. In this new verse, Usher sings about the celestial connection and elegance felt when dancing with a loved one. Big Hit Music praised the remix, noting that it brings a smooth and velvety quality to the original's energetic nature. The label emphasized the strong synergy between Jungkook and Usher in this collaboration. Golden, released in November, consists of 11 English-language tracks. It includes singles like 7, featuring Lotto, and 3D, featuring Jack Harlow. Recently, Jungkook also unveiled a remix of 3D with Justin Timberlake, following his previous collaborations with A.G. Cook and American DJ MK on the same song. In a personal note to his fans, Jungkook shared that he is set to begin his mandatory military service this month. BTS member V, known for his fashion-forward airport appearances, recently returned to South Korea from London, England, where he was rumored to be shooting a music video. His arrival at Incheon International Airport was met with much excitement from a large gathering of fans and reporters. V's style was on full display. his face partly concealed by a mask, drawing attention to his expressive eyes that warmly acknowledged the crowd. He sported a fresh haircut and was dressed in a stylish ensemble, featuring a biker jacket over a caramel brown wool sweatshirt, complemented by blue jeans. His outfit was completed with large white headphones and a backpack, adding to his effortlessly cool and casual appearance. As V's mandatory military enlistment on December 11th draws near, fans are keenly following how he will spend his final days before the enlistment. With less than 2 weeks remaining, there is a collective hope among his supporters that he will enjoy meaningful time with friends and family during these moments. Japan's renowned model press entertainment and lifestyle magazine recently released its esteemed Face of the Year list, an annual compilation that highlights influential figures in the entertainment industry. This prestigious list, curated by the expert editorial team of Model Press along with public input, features 16 individuals who have made significant impacts in Japan's entertainment scene over the past year. Among the predominantly Japanese roster, 2 notable exceptions stand out, adding an international dimension to the list: Jungkook of BTS and the K-pop group. New Jeans earned their spots on the list, reflecting their impressive achievements and popularity in 2023. Both artists have made a splash in the music industry with their chart-topping performances and widespread acclaim. The inclusion of Jungkook and New Jeans on this list garnered positive reactions from Korean netizens, who expressed their congratulations and admiration. Comments highlighted Jungkook's remarkable popularity in Japan and the impressive feat of New Jeans making the list, particularly given their rookie status and the question of whether they have officially debuted in Japan. The recognition of these K-pop artists in Japan's Face of the Year list underscores their significant influence and appeal in the global entertainment landscape. The release of the annual Tarker Spotify Wrapped has once again highlighted the top songs and artists on Spotify, underscoring the platform's global influence as a leader in music streaming. This feature is especially significant in the digital music age, as it showcases artists who have made a substantial impact on the platform, indicating their status as prominent figures in the music industry. For Jimin, 2023 has been a landmark year, marked by his solo debut and a meteoric rise in popularity. His success is particularly evident on Spotify, where he has achieved impressive streaming records, making his prominent position in the Spotify Rapid 2023 both anticipated and noteworthy. In 2023, Jimin emerged as one of the top-streamed artists on Spotify in South Korea, a remarkable achievement within the first year of his solo career. His lead single from his debut album, Like Crazy, found its place in Spotify's Top Tracks of 2023 playlist, highlighting the global demand for his music. Like Crazy stands out as the only solo song by a Korean artist and the most streamed Korean song on this list, distinguishing it among all K-pop releases of the year. Like Crazy surpassed 700 million streams on Spotify, becoming the fastest Korean song and the fastest solo song by a Korean artist to reach this milestone in just 249 days. Furthermore, the song has spent 250 days on the Spotify Global Daily Top Songs chart, maintaining its position as the longest-charting solo song by a Korean artist on this chart. In addition to its Spotify success, Like Crazy has also set records on the Billboard Global 200 and Billboard Global XQL US charts, being the longest-charting song by a Korean K-pop soloist on both. Following the Archa Spotify Wrapped announcement, congratulations, Jimin became a top trending topic worldwide on social media, as fans shared messages of celebration and praise, expressing their immense pride in Jimin's achievements.